I need you guys to understand that this is absolutely 100% possible. I'm not going to steal Tawana's thunder, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about Tawana while I introduce her. She's a woman that Deanna introduced me to, and Tawana and Elysia were on these calls with me way back when. And all I was doing was I was dropping a few pieces of information, and I would always end the call with, hey, I don't care what y'all do, but don't be like me. Make sure you take profits. And then when you take your profits, invested in some blue chips. I mean, I'm a broken damn record. Invested in some blue chips. Take your profit and invested in some blue chips. But it gives me great pleasure to introduce Tawana right now because she has become such a dear friend. And when I say that all people have to do is put some elbow grease in it, I'm going to say that once upon a time, Tawana be like, Kimmy, what do I do next? What happens now? What am I going to do? I'm going to just tell you that I spend half my time calling these three ladies because I'm the one learning from them. And if you want to know how to make money and pull the trigger, it is my great pleasure to introduce you to Tawana.
Thank you, Kimmy. Thank you. Beverly, turn your camera around. You're upside down, Beverly Marshall. Can you guys hear her?
I can't hear Tawana.
Yeah, turn your volume. Make sure it's green. You're right.
Okay, can you guys hear me? Yes. Okay, I'm Tawana. I'm with Sixth Ave Collective. I have a CBD store over in Los Angeles, as well as a licensed distribution, grow, and manufacture system company with marijuana. However, I started crypto, I'd say about a good year or so ago, and it's been good for me. At first, I wasn't into it. I'm going to tell you guys the truth. Deanna came over wanting to talk to me about Forex. And I'm like, dude, I don't know about all this. I'm already making money. I got different projects going on. And, I'm not really too much interested. But I can give you guys a testimony that happened to me. I'd say about a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago, come June. I was out in Atlanta, Georgia, and I was out working, and one night someone tried to come in and rob us. And it was me and a couple other people there. And one of my guy friends, my best guy friend, went outside. What happened is that they cut the lights off into the Airbnb. We're in Atlanta, Georgia, and they cut the lights off in the Airbnb. For whatever reason, they felt like, I think maybe because I was driving a really nice car and, probably doing too much with my jewelry and what have not. Needless to say, they cut the Airbnb lights out. And after they cut the lights out in the Airbnb, one of my guy friends came to go outside to see what was going on. And the robbers had shot and killed him. And that changed my life ever since then. I'd say in about 3 months later, Deanna was still there, and I'm like confused. I'm totally confused. I'm asking God, what am I supposed to do now? I put a lot of my investment into this business, and I've lost my homeboy, and I just don't know what to do. So Deanna, my partner here, she came to me and told me, listen, I'm going to sign you up. Not that I needed the money or anything to that nature. It wasn't about needing the money, but she's like, I'm going to sign you up. And once I sign you up, we're going to go from there. And I didn't get active immediately. Of course, not me at all. But I got active maybe about the end of the year and started studying charts. I went in headstrong on Forex and US 30. And a lot of us tell us not to trade US 30. Don't trade US 30. But I went in on US 30 and I made my bag. And that's what got me into Forex and had me motivated. And I'm like, okay, I can do this since I'm learning. Now, don't get me wrong, I've lost money in Forex as well, because it takes time to learn it. You need to learn the charts. You need to learn zone to zone. You need to learn the candlesticks. These are very important things when it comes to trading. We can take signals every day, all day. Sometimes you take a signal 2 seconds late and that signal is no good. Sometimes you can take a signal too early and it's no good. But if you can learn to read the chart and learn to read the candlesticks, if I give you a signal, you can be like, okay, let me go ahead and look at this chart and I can see exactly where Tawaina is going at with this signal that she's giving, versus us just picking up our phone and Tawaina's giving a signal. No one looks at it and you just put it in, and that signal may not be good for you. You know what I'm saying? And you may not even have enough money in your account to hold the signal, the leverage for US 30 or what have not. So you have to learn how to read the charts, which is very important. And then you would have to, get an understanding of the candlesticks. But long story short, God himself, he brought me out, and I am better. And I've now become a 6-figure trader just by stepping out. And sometimes it takes us to step out. It takes us to have an accountability partner. It takes us to have someone that we can look up to and someone that can support us and push us to become better. And I do thank Deanna for that, because she is the one that pushed me into something else. Now, I am very successful in the medical marijuana industry, but I am leaning towards, investing more into crypto and investing more into different projects where I can eventually maybe sell my license and do something different, because God has other things in store for us. But what I can tell you guys as a motivation is, you guys are here for a reason, and don't let that reason go above your head. You're here for a reason. Figure out what your reason is for being here, whether it's for Forex, whether it's taking crypto plays, whether it's having an accountability partner to say, hey, we're going to study this candlestick Bible for an hour a day, or hey, we're going to go walk for 20 minutes a day. Having an accountability partner and a mentor or someone to help you become better is the best thing that you guys can get a hold of. And that's what I've gotten out of Deanna and all Pip said, and Kamiko and David and Alicia. We're like a team, and we encourage and we motivate and we pray for each other as well. And that helps us get to the next level and helps us be accountable. But back to what we're here for. I got into Forex, and that changed my life. I started making money on US 30, and about, I'd say, March or April of last year, I started investing heavily into different projects such as Safe Moon, Come Rocket, as well as buying blue chips, as well as putting my money into Bitcoin and Ethereum and Binance. Binance made me a lot of money, BNB. Then I start being able to say, okay, now my money is here. Now I need to learn if this is going to go down or if it's going to go up, because I can't depend on Kamiko to call me today and say, hey, pull your money out. I can't depend on Deanna to call me and say, hey, pull your money out, because they're too busy pulling their own money out. They're too busy with their own lives. So we have to make sure that when we do take these plays, we understand what it is. And some of us are well versed where we can say, hey, I'll put my money in this project and I won't look at it for 2 weeks. I hadn't become that person. You put your money in your project and you watch your billfold. You watch and you count it the same exact way you would do with a checking account until you're confident, until you're very confident and say, hey, XRP, I've studied it. I see the lawsuit is ending. I see the plays. I see the factors. I'm looking at the chart. I'm all in. And 6 months, I'll revisit it. But you can't say I'm all in on Safe Moon and revisit it in 6 months, because you won't have $1. So you have to make sure when you are investing into these projects, you know what you're investing in. You check your wallets if you don't. If you don't know what you're doing, invest in very little, check your wallet, or invest in a lot. but check your wallet. Because if you sign up with API, I can guarantee you, or even King Kong Matrix, that 80% of the projects or the plays that are given, you will have a return. We just did a node project. I kid you not. I put $1,300 in there called Chronodes, Cronodes. This project's been going on for about 60 days. My initial investment, I bought in at $5. David told us to put $3,000 in, who you just heard. Of course, I still get leery. Not that I'm financially or what have not. So we have all very reasons why we get leery. It doesn't always have to be, oh, I don't have any money, I'm getting leery. It could just be we're leery, right? So I put in $1,300 instead of the $3,000. However, that $1,300 brought me $21,000 and counting. And
Can
counting.
you just say that again? I'm just saying, can you please say that again?
$13 brought me $21,000 and counting. And that is within the last 60 days. No jokes, no lies, no. And I can tell you right now, I've invested in crypto and I have made more money in crypto, truthfully, than I have ever even began to lose. So if you guys just invest a little bit and you take the right calls and you do the right research, because you have to do your own research, this could be a market where you can retire. Your kids can have a better life. You can take care of your parents. Like this is really, really worth getting involved into. And I'm not saying that I'm quitting my businesses or I'm going to walk away. But once you start getting into crypto and you learn how it works, I guarantee you will be thinking about, how can I retire and just do crypto full time? How can I focus in on doing trading full time, investing full time? Because there's ways that you can make daily income. On these node projects, I was making $1,500 a day. David was making $4,000 a day. This is a day. And I put $1,300 in on this project. So if you guys want this sauce, you have to do your own research, one, because we're not licensed to tell you that we're financial advisors. However, what I can tell you is if you're a part of All Pips In, or if you're a part of King Kong Matrix, I can guarantee you that you will make your money back. If API is $25 a month, she's going to give you plays. I'm going to give you plays. There's staking projects that you can get involved in. There's different projects that you can get involved in, and you can receive daily income, just as well as saying, I'm going to do dollar cost average on Bitcoin, or I'm going to do dollar cost average on some of the smaller projects, where it's not, you say, okay, I'm going to put $200 in and do dollar cost average for 60 days.
Tawana, tell them my favorite story. Tell them my favorite story where Kimiko doesn't listen to Deanna or Tawana, and tell them what happens to Tawana and how Tawana listens to Kimiko, and now Kimiko's got to catch up with y'all.
That's the truth. It's the truth. I don't want to throw Kimiko under the bus, because we're all in this thing to learn together, right? But she has the best sauce. Like, I've learned a lot from her, like a lot. So take these notes down. Join All Pips In if you have not. I'm telling you, if you have not, pay the $25 a month. Hold Deanna, hold Tawana, hold Kimiko accountable, because we're going to answer your questions. We're going to walk you through. We're going to give you some plays. And if you want to do more, join King Kong Matrix. Listen, King Kong Matrix, I'm $25,000 in on that project with David, with one of his projects. However, I've made that money back already. Already. There's some people that put in $1,000, $1,500 on that project. And there's people that have made their money back already. And that's David's goal. Whatever you invest into him, he's going to make sure you get that back and some. And I'm not telling you this because this doesn't go into my pocket. I'm doing it already. I'm just telling you guys this so you guys can be motivated to do it. You guys need to do it. Whatever you do it. Jump into it. Put $100. You don't have to start off large. When I made my $140,000 off Come Rocket, I put $1,000 in on that project. 1,000. When I made my $20,000 off Safe Moon, I put $500, $600 on that project. I'm not one like, there's some people that like David, he's way past my pay grade, right? Kamiko, some of them, they're able to go say, oh, I got 30,000. I'm going to go do this and just leave it. I'm telling you guys how you can make money off of little bit of nothing. Off a little bit of nothing. No, you're not going to retire tomorrow, but those little bit of nothings turns into somethings, and those somethings turn into large somethings. And I'm a witness to it right here. So rather you learn Forex and you trade and you learn those charts and you zone to zone and start off small on that, or rather you take these crypto plays, or rather you say, hey, I'm going to dollar cost average Bitcoin because I'm sure Bitcoin is going to hit 100,000 at the end of this year. So if I start off $50 a week every week, and even if it do a pullback, it's okay because I'm going to still be up at the end of the year. I guarantee you. And I'm no financial advisor, but I can guarantee you I know numbers, and that's how the numbers work. And everybody else on this call will be able to tell you that's the truth. So if you dollar cost average, even when some of our coins were losing value, it didn't matter because we were dollar cost average. We were still pulling money every single day, every single day, every single day. So trust you me, whatever you do it small, but do it. Whatever you guys do, even if you have to do it small, do it. Even if you have to get into these node projects, I'm going to tell you a project that I'm in now. It's called Smart Node. Smart Node. I'm in this project right now. Do your own research. Smart Node, right? It's probably like it's $7 now. It takes 20 smart tokens to create one node. 20 smart tokens to create one node, right? And every day, if you buy one node, every single day, you'll get a daily reward. Every single day, you'll get a daily reward. So if you bought one node and they're $5 each, right? And you pay $20 for one node, then every single day you'll get one smart token, right? And then it'll take you 20 days to create another node. Or it'll take you 20 days to recoup your money, long as the market stays the same. So Smart Node is a project that I would say, check it out. Smart Node. They just launched, and we're all in. We're heavy in on this project. And I would say do the same. You don't have to be like us and go get 30 smart nodes at a time and spend, X amount of thousands of dollars. No. Test